In this exercise, you want to make a furniture using just some information on a website. Like, for example, I want to build this side table. So we have some pictures, and also recently they're adding some drawing on IKEA's website. So if I want to use this information, uh, one way is again drawing elevations and plan in AutoCAD, then bring them in SketchUp and just build based on those information. If you just want to use SketchUp, what I would do, I would start a snipping tool and I just snip this perspective. I would save it as side table. Oops. Okay. New. Let me save it on desktop. It's easier to find it for me. So now I go to my SketchUp. To import the image to SketchUp, I go to File, Import. Make sure you select all supported image. Then I want to import it as an image, not as a texture. So image, select the image and import. For now, I would put it on the floor. Next step, I want to base my drawing on this side of this perspective. If you look at, for example, this image, see this side of the perspective is closer to me, and I assume that, probably that's the best place to base my drawing. So I go here, check the dimension. So I want to use this corner. The height is 25, 5/8 inches. So to change the scale of this one, because I don't want to just assume, I just want to start something and do it fast. So I start using the tape measure tool. So I press T and I zoom in, click on this corner once, and I go and click on the top of this drawing. This is exactly the height of this side table. So I click once at the bottom, once at the top, then I type in the height, 25 spacebar 5/8, enter. SketchUp telling me that it would change the entire scale. It's fine. I press OK, and now this should be really close to the dimension of the side table. See, 25 9/16. That's fine with me. Now I don't want to build this furniture on the ground. I want to make it stand up. So I start the rotate command, but I press Q to start the rotate command, and I want to rotate this around the red axis. So I press right key to lock it to the right, direction. Then I bring it up all the way when I see blue axis and I click. So now I have this furniture stand up. Next step, I would add guideline. Grab the tape measure or press T. Grab just one, click on the red axis, and then I would bring it all the way here. So then I click on this guideline and I bring it all the way in the blue direction and I click here. Now I have the height of the first frame. Again, I click on the guideline and I go all the way, see, at the top of this frame, or Make sure you lock it to the blue direction at the bottom of the, this panel, wood panel. Then again, click one more time. This would be the thickness of the panel. Here I'm not happy with this one. I guess I can go a little bit higher. Press Ctrl Z to delete it. Go a little bit higher, maybe here. Okay, then again I click here and I go all the way to here. Oops, it did in the wrong direction. So I was locked in the blue direction. So I bring it all the way here, and one more time I lock in the blue direction, and here you go. So I have all the information that I want on this side. I'm missing maybe this one and this one, but it's not a big deal because I can figure it out later. So now what I need to make the depth of this furniture. So I type T to start the measuring tape, grab the blue oxide, and make sure you place it on one of these guidelines. So this line is this one. Okay, so to add the next one, I need to know what's the depth is 15/1/8 of an inch. So I grab this one to the red direction, 15 spacebar 1/8 enter. Okay, now I start my rectangle. Look at here. So this guideline, let me just make it blue. Oops, this one. See, this blue guideline is top of this frame. So if I draw a rectangle from here to the bottom of this one, I would have this frame. So I'll go here. I start my rectangle. See, this is the blue one that I selected. I go all the way to here. So now if I start the offset command with F, click here, see now this is the thickness. I don't need it to add this guideline. When I use offset, I have all four sides. I don't need this one. I go ahead and delete it. Now I want to make this one, use push pull tool and add the same thickness. So just I will double check the image. See here, it's the same size on both sides. So what I would do here, because I didn't measure really, I just put all the guideline according to the image, I would just measure this one, see 9/16. So if I use push pull tool, go to this direction, 9/16, this would be the right thickness. When I have the first piece of my furniture, one object, all connected, one material, select them all, right click. I would make a component and I name it frame number 1. Why did I make a component? Because I have two, one on this side and another one on the other side. So next I apply the material. Everything in this furniture is black. You can make a black metal and apply it. In this case, I just want to, I apply the black color. So this is the first frame. I want to copy what I have on this side on the other side. So I have to find out where is the end of this side table. See, the width is 23/5/8 from this corner to this corner. So if I use measure tape again, grab this one, make sure you're going to the right direction even you can lock it. So 23 spacebar 5/8. 23 5/8. If I orbit a little bit, you can see better. See, now this is the width of my table. I select this leg. I type M to start my move command. I grab this corner. I press Ctrl to switch to copy, and I would like it to the red direction so I can easily move my hand anywhere on this axis and place my frame. So now I have two sides of this side table. I just have to add one frame here and one here. So to add that profile, it's really simple. I start, it's hard to see, maybe if I go with this, see, if I add a rectangle from here to here, it would be exactly the same size that I need. I use push-pull tool, select this one, all the way to this side. So let's go back to the view style with material. Triple click, right click, make a component, frame 2. I apply the material. I go to the move tool. I grab this corner, press Ctrl, and I place it at the end here. Okay, so now see, I have the structure of the leg. I have to add the drawer, the wood panel. So basically I'm in this part. See, these two guidelines that I change it to blue is this panel, and I have all the information here. See, I just have to draw a rectangle from this corner to this corner. Then I use push-pull tool and I bring it all the way to the other side of this leg. Triple click, right click, make a component, because I have another one on top. So maybe I name this one panel 1. Now I apply the material, then I select it, type M to go to the move command. See, I want this corner to go to the top, so I select this corner. This is a move, I press Ctrl. Now this is a copy. Now I have the top and bottom panel. I have to add the side panel. Again, it's really simple. I just draw a rectangle from here to here. Then I use push-pull tool. And if you look at this drawing, these two, they are the same thickness. So if I use push-pull and just match it with the same thickness, that's it. I just triple click, right click, make a component, panel 2, and create, apply the material. Now I go with the move tool, grab this corner, press Ctrl, and I place it here. So the only thing is left to finish the structure. I have to add a backing, and I just draw a rectangle from here to here. If you want, you can add a thickness. I'm fine with this as long as the backing is closed. I can triple click, make a group, or you know what, I can just make it 0.5. I add a little bit thickness, triple click, right click, make a group because I just have one, and I apply the material. So now the back is closed. I want to add the drawer. I don't need the guideline anymore. Go to edit, delete guidelines. I use a measuring tape, grab this one, go to the blue direction, 6 spacebar 1/8. So this part is the open area, so anything on top of it is our drawer. So I draw a rectangle from here to here. If you look at a drawer again, as you can see, there is a small gap all around the drawer. So how should we do this? I can use offset. You know what? Let's select it. How far should I go? You know what? Let me just, let's see, offset. And I offset this one 0.1, 0.125, or you know what? Let's go with 0.1. That's fine. Then what I would do, because I need this space on 3 side, I don't need it at the bottom. So if I select this line, I go to move tool, see, I go to the blue direction, and here you go, I close that gap so I don't leave it here, and I can just easily delete this corner and this extra line. So now I'm fine. I just delete all the extra lines. That's it. I guess I have one more line here. Okay, so now what I would do, I just want to add, if you want, we can just, you know, make a group, apply the material, and that's what you see. But if you want to go to detail, you can make a group or component of this. We can just hide the top. So you can hide everything. I would just add a thickness to this for now. See, I go inside the group, use push-pull tool, make it maybe 0.75. Next step, I add a rectangle here to here. Oh, see, I have an extra line here. I can delete this one too. So now I use offset. As you can see, this part is a little bit smaller than the face of the drawer. So I go to offset F, and I just eyeball it. It's not a big deal. I offset this one maybe this much. Then I delete again this part. Maybe I triple click to select everything, and I use push pull tool. And how far I have to go? Okay, you know what? 12. I go with 13. I push pull it 13. Enter. Then again, to make my life easier, I just start offset again, and I go something really, again, maybe 0.25. Then I use push pull tool. See, if I go all the way here, it 3 and 5/8, so I push it down 3 inch. Then I triple click and I make a group. Then I just apply the material here, and I leave that one white. I guess it's nicer. I go back here, edit, unhide all, And I guess that's it. Just go ahead and delete guidelines, double check the image again. Looks good. Actually, inside the drawer is the same color. So I go back and hide this one for now. Apply the material, unhide last. So for our project, honestly, it was kind of waste of time making the drawer, I mean the inside. You just need to do the panel. So when you did the panel, apply the material, and that's it. The last step that is kind of important, please, when you are done with your model, with your object, make a group of component of all of it. If you don't do that, when you're moving the object, you want to place it in different area, you're going to end up selecting just one piece. And when you have too many objects, even selecting with the window is not an option, because you might select something else. Here we don't have anything. It's really easy to select all, right click, make a component, and you know what, let me name it something, make the same name. So I put it through C and go back here, Control V, and create.